There are only three types of entrepreneurs. There are successful entrepreneurs, there are wantrepreneurs, and there are entrepreneurs who fail. Business is a zero-sum game. You either are successful or you aren't. Those who do not make it in business usually lack one of the 5 distinct qualities, which I will tell you about right now. Number 4 is the most important because it ties everything back together into one killer entrepreneur. Number 1, guts. Business is hard. It takes real courage to start one. It takes courage to continue to run one. It takes courage to wake up every day and be responsible for people, their livelihoods, as well as the livelihood of you and your family. Many business owners find their first success when their back is against the wall. Maybe they're on the verge of having to shut down or on the verge of bankruptcy when they finally figure it out and are able to continue. The universe is funny anyway because it tests you. It needs to make sure you're worthy before rewarding you with the success. That said, having the courage to actually go for it and start a business is what every successful entrepreneur needs in the beginning. They all have it. Number 2, perseverance. Business growth is not linear. People like to think of it as a nice straight line. The reality is it's full of ups and downs, peaks and valleys. Not to mention the business world is tough overall. You will have great months and you will have terrible months. Successful business owners can and will bounce back from setbacks. They learn from their failures. Number 3, adaptability. Parts of the script for this very video were written by ChatGPT. And while I'm adding all of my individual thoughts to this, ChatGPT is a great way to get a framework. And you know what? 1 year ago, this wouldn't have even been possible. AI has taken the world by storm, and many people will have to adapt to it. Now, this is an example of a change for the better. AI is a great tool for entrepreneurs, but there's lots of situations when you will need to adapt because of a bad situation. Say the government raises taxes, or the government puts some new rule into place that impacts your business. Great entrepreneurs will adapt to things on the fly and spin them to their own advantage. You have to be willing to fight through things, adapt, innovate, and persevere to succeed as an entrepreneur in the long run. Number 4, trust. Now, you may have noticed that most traits I've spoken about thus don't really talk about the longevity of staying in the business over time. Remember what I said in the beginning, business is a zero-sum game. You succeed or you fail. There is no partially succeeded or partially failed. And how many businesses succeed? Everyone gives you a different number, but it's definitely not greater than 10%. That means your chance of being successful is 1 in 10. Even smaller is the number that you can continue to be successful. That means that a trait of long-term successful entrepreneurs is trust. The ability to hire people and trust them to do the proper job. It is the hardest thing in the world for business owners to do sometimes, but it's absolutely necessary if you want to succeed. What happens if you don't trust somebody? Well, you'll end up doing everything in the business, which means you're working in your business, not on your business. Trust ties every single of these points together. You have to have guts to start a business, meaning you have to trust yourself enough to start. You have to persevere, which means you need to trust yourself to stick it out. You need to adapt, which means you need to trust yourself to think on your feet. Finally, our last point, leadership. Effective leadership is crucial for managing a team and inspiring others to work toward a common goal. Successful business owners lead by example and are skilled in motivating their employees. It all starts from the top. The more people you hire and the bigger your business gets, the more you get drift. What is drift? Drift is when your company grows. You may have hired an A+ talent on the position right below you. Let's say your executive assistant or your chief marketing officer. But maybe your CMO hires someone below them and then someone below them. Over time, the drift happens. The quality falls down as the employee ladder drifts further and further away from you. The way to prevent this, lead by example. Hold yourself and others to high standard and be ruthless about tracking KPIs and holding people accountable. Of course, the easiest way to find top employees for your business is to go fishing in the right places. You wouldn't go and fish for a king salmon in a tiny little pond, would you? No, you would go to Alaska. So if you're looking for A+ talent to help you grow your company and become a better CEO/business founder/entrepreneur yourself, look no further than Eastern Europe. Finding good candidates in traditional outsourcing countries like India or the Philippines is nearly impossible because it's truly like finding a needle in a haystack. It will take you weeks, if not months, to find the right remote talent. But HireUA can help you source from Eastern Europe, and we can fill your position in less than a week. Click the link in the description below to apply and book a call. And if you want to know how to apply leverage in your business, click on this video right here. See you soon, and good luck with your business.